What's up guys, Daniel Lesden here. I've got a great comment to my previous vlog. Elimelec Domínguez asked the following. If you had to start your career again, what would you focus on? What skills and areas are vital to the success? What things would you completely rule out? These are great questions and they actually make me analyze my past and think what I did that helped my career and what I was lacking of. So in this video, I'll try to answer these questions and give you some pros and cons of certain career decisions based on my experience. Coming up. Before we get into the video, I would like to give you a quick reminder that I'll be playing in London on October 14th. Along with Hypnoacoustics, Dan Natural and John Cockle, this is gonna be a pure underground. Now onto the video. So if you're just starting out, my number one advice would be this. Invest in your education. It's not only about the money, I'm talking about investing your time, your energy, your mental and physical resources. When you start diving this whole new music production world, all those knobs and buttons and plugins and stuff can be really confusing. I know this for the fact because when I started my first kind of music experiments, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing and frankly it was quite frustrating. But back in 2011 I went to study in the audio school. I spent about half a year learning all those beats and now looking back in time I think it was one of the best decisions I made. So go to find some courses in your local area or watch online masterclasses or read tutorials. You'll get a much more pleasant experience when you will be aware of what you're doing. For some of you who don't know, I have a special advice blog on my website with 100 of useful articles which you can read absolutely for free. That could be a great start. I'll put a link in the description below. Tip number 2. Make more music. I know I slightly touched this topic in my previous vlog, but today I would like to talk about it from a slightly different perspective. So, you probably heard one of those phrases like less is more, focus on quality and not at quantity, all you need is one track, etc.
All you need is a laptop, some talent, and one track.
Well, the truth is, you need a hell of a lot more than one track. Now looking back in time, I think this is where I personally was lacking, because every time I tried to make one perfect track, spending too much time on it. And you know what? If you're just starting out and still learning all these production techniques, your first track will still probably sound really bad anyway. I know this because my first productions were horrible, and I guess every producer had the same story. So I know it may sound weird, but I actually suggest you focusing on quantity, on making more tracks, which eventually will translate into quality. It's like in sport, where you move toward your goal and increase your quality parameters through repetitions. You just keep doing and doing the same exercises until at some point those repetitions get translated into quality indeed. Tip number 3. Secure your finances first. Money is the topic that many upcoming producers don't want to think about, preferring to have much more exciting discussions like how to compress a kick drum, how to make a fat bass, but this is actually important too. I remember at the beginning of my career I combined a normal office job with music, and at some point I've got several upcoming gigs aligned in a row. So I remember I was like, yay, now I can quit my day job and become a full-time music producer. And you know what? Luckily I didn't quit, because after those several gigs I had not a single one in the next half a year. That's a true story. I want you guys to be realistic and think about music career as a long-term investment, which may not even return. So if you have a job that pays your bills, don't rush to quit it once you get your first gig. Tip number 4. Meet people in person. We kinda live in the online world where people meet other people on the internet, people discover music on the internet, people do businesses on the internet, well, you get the point. But what I'm saying is don't forget the power of an eye-to-eye contact and a simple handshake. Now looking back in time again, I think this is where I personally screwed a little bit, because I'm a kinda closed person and prefer being on my own. But don't neglect interaction with other people, especially in person. This actually might help your career. Go to some parties in your local area, meet other DJs, meet promoters and, hang out a little bit. But don't be an asshole expecting that people owe you something because, well, they don't. Be the first to offer some help and contribute in some way without expecting anything in return. I guess that's called networking. This is kind of an old school way of promoting before the internet era, but you know what? It still works best. And my last tip for today is number 5, is don't give up. I know it sounds cheesy, but let's face it, music career is tough. Your first tracks probably won't sound as good as you would like to, your fan base won't be growing as fast as you would like to, your gigs won't be happening as often as you would like to. So it's really easy to get lost and give up, but you shouldn't. Becoming a successful artist is not only about technical aspects of your music, but about a personal growth. And just remember that every music producer had the same issues, so you're not alone and don't give up. And well, that's wrap up of this video. I hope you learned something new and you won't make mistakes that I did. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and definitely subscribe to this channel if you want more of it. So that's it for now. Bye!